You trust your thoughts automatically. If your mind says, "I'm not good enough," you don't question it. If it says, "They don't like you," you adjust your behavior instantly. But what if most of these thoughts aren't actually true? Not because you're irrational, but because your brain is designed to distort reality in very specific ways. And the worst part is, you don't even notice it happening. Visual, slow-moving light patterns. 2. Problem deep dive. There are moments where everything feels slightly off, but you can't explain why. You walk into a room and suddenly feel smaller. No one said anything. No one did anything. But your brain quietly whispers, "You don't belong here." And just like that, your posture changes, your voice softens, your personality shrinks. Visual, person walking into a crowded room fading slightly. You start analyzing everything. The way someone looked at you, the way someone didn't respond, the pause in a conversation. Each small detail becomes evidence. Evidence that something is wrong with you, and it doesn't stop there. Later, you replay the moment. You think, "Why did I say that? I sounded weird. They probably think I'm awkward." You don't just experience the moment, you reconstruct it over and over again until the version in your head feels more real than what actually happened. Visual. Notebook with messy scribbles rewriting the same sentence. This starts shaping your identity. You begin to believe, "I'm not confident. I'm socially off. I'm not interesting." But here's the quiet problem. You didn't discover this identity. You built it from distorted data, and your brain helped you do it. Not because it wants to hurt you, but because it's trying to protect you using outdated strategies. That's the part most people miss. And until you see it, you'll keep reacting to thoughts as if they're facts. Visual, abstract brain animation with flickering signals. 3. Reframe. You're not broken. You're not overthinking for no reason. What you're experiencing is a system working exactly as it was designed. Your brain isn't built to show you reality. It's built to interpret reality based on past experiences, which means it doesn't ask, "What's true right now?" It asks, "What has been dangerous before?" And then it projects that onto the present, even if nothing is actually wrong. Visual, shadow of a small object appearing large. So when your brain tells you they don't like you, it might not be analyzing the current moment. It might be replaying an old pattern, a memory, a feeling, a past rejection. This is why the thought feels so convincing, because it's not random, it's familiar, and familiarity feels like truth. That's the trap. 4. Psychological mechanism. Let's break this down simply. Your brain operates using something called predictive processing. Instead of reacting to reality in real time, it constantly predicts what's going to happen, based on past data. Think of it like a movie projector. The outside world is the screen, but your brain is projecting the film. Visual, old film projector casting slightly distorted images. And here's the key. The projection comes first. Reality comes second. So when you walk into a room, your brain has already decided what that experience means, before anything even happens. This is where cognitive biases come in. Your brain filters information to confirm what it already believes. For example, if your brain believes people don't like me, it will highlight the one person who ignored you, the one awkward moment, the one neutral expression, and it will ignore the smile, the normal conversation, the lack of actual rejection. Visual, spotlight highlighting only negative scenes. This is called confirmation bias. But there's more. There's also something called the negativity bias. Your brain gives more weight to negative experiences because they were historically more important for survival. Missing a threat was more dangerous than missing something positive. So your brain evolved to exaggerate risk, even social risk, even imagined risk. Visual, small ripple turning into large waves. Now combine this with your emotional memory system. The brain stores emotional experiences more strongly than neutral ones. So if you've ever felt judged, rejected, or embarrassed, your brain remembers that intensely, and it uses those memories as reference points for the present. This creates a loop, past experience, to prediction, to distortion, to reaction. and each time you react as if the thought is true, you reinforce the loop. Visual, circular loop animation tightening over time. So the lie isn't obvious. It feels like logic. It feels like intuition. It feels like you. And that's why it's so hard to question. 5. Practical framework. Breaking this pattern doesn't mean thinking positive. It means learning how to see what your brain is doing while it's doing it. Here's how. Step 1. Separate thought from reality. What to do? When a thought appears, label it. This is a thought, not a fact. Why it works. This activates your prefrontal cortex, the part of your brain responsible for reasoning, and reduces automatic emotional reactions from the amygdala. It creates distance. Example. Instead of thinking, they don't like me, you say, I'm having the thought that they don't like me. Visual. Text appearing and being reframed. That small shift breaks the illusion of certainty and introduces doubt in a useful way. Step 2. Look for missing data. What to do? Ask yourself, what am I not seeing right now? Why it works. It interrupts confirmation bias and forces your brain to search for neutral or positive evidence. Example. You think, that conversation was awkward. Then you ask, what else happened? Maybe they stayed and talked. They responded normally. They didn't show discomfort. Visual, hidden details slowly appearing. Your brain initially filtered this out. Now you're expanding the frame. Step 3. Delay your reaction. What to do? Pause before changing your behavior, even for a few seconds. Why it works. Prevents automatic behavior patterns from reinforcing distorted beliefs. You give your brain time to update its prediction. Example. You feel like staying quiet in a group. Instead of immediately withdrawing, you stay present for 10 more seconds. That small delay breaks the loop. Visual, clock slowing down. Step 4. Track repeated patterns. What to do? Notice which thoughts show up repeatedly. Write them down. Why it works. Your brain runs scripts. By identifying them, you shift from being inside the script to observing it. Example. You notice, I always think people are judging me. Now it's not a truth, it's a pattern. Visual, same sentence appearing multiple times in a notebook. And patterns can be changed. Step 5. Update the prediction system. What to do? Expose yourself to small, safe situations where your prediction might be wrong. Why it works. The brain updates beliefs through experience, not logic alone. Example. You think, if I speak, I'll sound stupid. So you say one small sentence. Nothing bad happens. That becomes new data. And slowly, your brain adjusts its model. Visual. Old map being redrawn. 6. Integration. Think of your mind like a map, but not an accurate one. A map drawn from memory, emotion, and past experiences. Sometimes outdated, sometimes exaggerated, but still guiding your decisions. Visual. Distorted map slowly correcting itself. Every time you treat a thought as truth, you redraw the map in the same way. But every time you question it, even slightly, you create space for a new version, a more accurate one. This isn't about fixing yourself. It's about updating your internal map so it matches reality, just a little more each time. 7. Quiet, empowering. Close your brain will keep generating thoughts. That won't stop. But your relationship with those thoughts can change. You don't have to believe everything you hear inside your own mind, and you don't have to fight it either. Just notice. Just question, gently. Because the moment you see the pattern, it loses some of its power. And in that small space between thought and reaction, you begin to choose who you actually are. Visual. Person sitting quietly, light entering the room. It's based on distortion, but on awareness. And that changes more than you think. If you feel like this video was about you, then subscribe, because this is just the beginning.